Hello, everyone, and welcome to another journey through the annals of American automotive history. I'm your host, a historian passionate about the machines that shaped our nation's story, and today we're diving into the remarkable tale of the 1952 Ford Mainline. Imagine a time when America was emerging from the shadows of World War II, buzzing with optimism and growth. In 1952, Ford didn't roll out a glamorous showstopper to captivate the crowds. Instead, they introduced a modest, no-frills automobile that critics dismissed as ordinary and unremarkable. But here's the fascinating twist. This humble vehicle became the sturdy foundation that propelled Ford through intense competition with giants like Chevrolet and Plymouth. It wasn't just a car, it was a symbol of everyday resilience and the American dream in motion. As a historian, I've pored over archives, production records, and personal accounts to bring you this story. The Mainline wasn't designed to turn heads with extravagance. It was built to deliver reliability at a price that put wheels under the average family. In the early 1950s, with suburbs expanding and young veterans starting families thanks to the GI Bill, a car transitioned from a luxury item to a household necessity. Much like the washing machine or the black and white TV set, Ford astutely recognized this shift, launching a revamped lineup that catered to every budget. The Mainline stood as the entry-level hero, proving that sometimes simplicity wins the race. Join me as we explore why this budget-friendly gem etched itself into the memories of a generation, backed by verifiable facts from Ford's own records and contemporary reports. Let's rev up and discover how the Mainline became America's unsung workhorse. Topic 1. The post-war automotive landscape. To truly appreciate the 1952 Ford Mainline, we must step back into the vibrant yet challenging world of post-World War II America. The war had ended in 1945, unleashing a wave of economic prosperity. Factories that once produced tanks and planes pivoted to consumer goods, and the automobile industry boomed. By 1952, U.S. vehicle production had rebounded impressively, with North America churning out millions of cars annually, around 5 to 6 million units in the early 1950s. According to historical data from the Automobile Manufacturers Association, this era saw the rise of the middle class, fueled by rising wages, suburban development, and government programs like the Federal Aid Highway Act, which laid the groundwork for the interstate system. Families were moving out of cities into new homes, and they needed affordable transportation for commutes, errands, and weekend getaways. A car was no longer a status symbol for the wealthy. It was essential for daily life, enabling access to jobs, schools, and leisure. However, the market was fiercely competitive. Chevrolet, under General Motors, dominated with over 818,000 units produced in 1952 alone, offering stylish models that appealed to a broad audience. Plymouth, part of Chrysler, held a solid third place with approximately 400,000 vehicles, emphasizing durability but struggling with outdated designs. Ford, with about 671,733 cars built that year, was locked in a sales war to reclaim its position. Historical sales figures show Ford trailing Chevrolet, but outperforming Plymouth, thanks to strategic innovations. Enter the Mainline. Ford's response to this dynamic environment. It embodied the era's ethos of practicality amid abundance. As families grew with the baby boom in full swing, the demand for reliable, economical vehicles surged. The Mainline met this need head-on, becoming a staple for working-class households. Drawing from Ford's archives, we know it was part of a three-tier system designed to segment the market effectively, ensuring Ford had something for everyone. This wasn't just business. It reflected broader societal changes, where mobility equaled opportunity. By choosing the Mainline, buyers invested in their future, a testament to America's post-war spirit of progress and accessibility. Topic 2. Ford's strategic lineup and the Mainline's role. Ford's approach in 1952 was nothing short of brilliant, a masterstroke in market segmentation that historians like myself often cite as a pivotal moment in automotive strategy. After the war, Ford faced stiff rivalry and needed to regain ground. They unveiled an entirely refreshed lineup, dividing models into three distinct levels: the basic mainline, the mid-tier custom line, and the upscale crest line. This wasn't mere marketing. It was a keen observation of American society's evolving layers. The mainline targeted first-time buyers and budget-conscious families, offering dependable transport without unnecessary frills. Production records indicate that of Ford's total 671,733 vehicles in 1952, the mainline accounted for 163,911 units, a significant chunk that bolstered the company's standings. It appealed to those earning the average household income of around $3,500 annually, making car ownership feasible for the burgeoning middle class. What made this strategy persuasive? Ford avoided the one-size-fits-all trap that plagued some competitors. Instead, they created a ladder of aspiration. Start with the mainline, then upgrade to custom line or crest line as finances improved. This fostered brand loyalty, a key factor in Ford's resilience. Verifiable facts from Ford's historical documents show the mainline was assembled in plants across the U.S., with options tailored to regional needs, like higher ground clearance in Australian exports, starting in October 1952. As a historian, I see this as mirroring the American dream: start simple, work hard, and climb up. The mainline's introduction helped Ford hold second place in sales, behind Chevrolet's 818,000, but ahead of Plymouth's roughly 396,000. It wasn't flashy, but its strategic positioning ensured it became the quiet powerhouse driving Ford's success. Families chose it for its promise of reliability, turning it into a cultural touchstone of the era. Topic 3. Exterior design, simplicity, and functionality. Turning our attention to the mainline's exterior, it's a study in understated elegance that prioritized function over flair, a design philosophy rooted in post-war efficiency. The body was boxy, yet balanced, with clean, straight lines extending from the front to the rear, giving it a sturdy, upright appearance. Measuring 197.6 inches long on a 115-inch wheelbase, it was compact enough for city streets, but spacious for family use. The grille featured a straightforward horizontal bar with a central bullet emblem encircled by chrome in 1952, flanked by round headlights that created Ford's signature face. Minimal chrome accents kept production costs down, as confirmed by Ford's engineering reports, allowing for affordability. Body styles included the two-door Tudor sedan, four-door sedan, business coupe, and the versatile ranch wagon station wagon. This design wasn't accidental. It drew from the 1949 Ford's revolutionary shoebox styling, but refined it for the 1952. Historians note how it contrasted with Chevrolet's style line, which boasted more elaborate chrome and curves, making it pricier. The mainline's proportions, a roofline not too low, and simple creases conveyed trustworthiness, ideal for middle-class buyers wary of extravagance amid economic recovery. One notable feature was the new trunk hinges, designed not to crush contents, a practical innovation praised in contemporary reviews. In Australia, adaptations like increased clearance suited rough roads, extending its appeal globally. This simplicity made the mainline approachable, persuading buyers that true value lay in durability, not dazzle. It's why, even today, restorers admire its honest lines as a snapshot of 1,950 pragmatism. Topic 4. Interior. Practicality for everyday life. Stepping inside the 1952 Ford Mainline reveals an interior that epitomized practicality, shunning luxury for enduring utility, a hallmark of the era's design ethos. The cabin was straightforward, with seats upholstered in tough cloth materials built to handle daily wear, from school runs to grocery hauls. No lavish leather or ornate trims here. Instead, focus on space and comfort for the average family. The dashboard adopted a flight-style layout, inspired by aviation trends post-war, with suspended pedals for easier operation, a safety and ergonomic advancement noted in Ford's patents. Instrumentation was basic: a round speedometer, fuel gauge, temperature indicator, and oil pressure readout. Radios and heaters were optional extras, costing around $74 for the heater in later models, allowing buyers to customize without inflating the base price. Interior space varied by style. The two-door sedan suited couples or small households, while the four-door offered room for growing families. The ranch wagon shone with fold-down rear seats, transforming it into a cargo carrier perfect for the suburban lifestyle emerging in the 1,950 seconds. Historical accounts from owners highlight how this versatility supported everything from picnics to light farming duties. Compared to rivals, the Mainline's interior was less adorned than Chevrolet's Styleline, which included more standard amenities, but it undercut prices significantly. Plymouth's Concorde, with its dated 1,940 seconds vibes, lacked the modern touches, like Ford's updated controls. As a historian, I argue this no-nonsense approach persuaded buyers by aligning with their values: reliability over showiness. It fostered a sense of ownership, pride, turning the Mainline into a family companion rather than a mere vehicle. Topic 5. Engine options. Power choices for practical drivers. Under the hood, the 1952 Ford Mainline offered engine choices that balanced tradition and innovation, reflecting Ford's commitment to versatile performance. The standard power plant was the new overhead valve 215 cubic inch mileage maker inline 6, delivering 101 horsepower, a leap from the prior 226 cubic inch flathead 6. This engine emphasized fuel efficiency and ease of maintenance, ideal for cost-conscious owners. Optionally, the legendary 239 cubic inch flathead V8 provided 110 horsepower, a carryover from 1932 that had powered everything from hot rods to military vehicles. Interestingly, the six-cylinder edged out the V8 in power by a hair, a quirky fact that intrigued buyers, as per sales brochures. Both engines paired with a 3-speed manual transmission via column shifter, with overdrive, or the Ford O-Matic automatic available for added convenience, at extra cost, of course. These options catered to diverse needs: the inline 6 for rural efficiency, where economy mattered on long hauls, and the V8 for those craving that classic rumble. Ford's records show the six-cylinder was more popular, aligning with the era's focus on thrift amid rising gas prices. By 1953, enhancements like power steering became options, but in 1952, the focus remained on basics. In comparison, Chevrolet's Styleline featured a 216 cubic inch 6 with 92 horsepower, while Plymouth's Concorde offered a 218 cubic inch 6 at 97 horsepower, both solid but lacking Ford's V8 alternative. This duality made the Mainline persuasive: choose efficiency or tradition, but always reliability. As a historian, I see these engines as bridges between old and new, powering America's mobile society. Topic 6. Performance. Steady and dependable on the road. Performance in the 1952 Ford Mainline wasn't about blistering speed. It was about consistent, worry-free operation that fit the rhythms of 1,950 seconds life. With a top speed of 80 to 85 miles per hour and acceleration that was reliable rather than rapid, 0 to 60 inches, about 15 to 18 seconds. Based on period tests, the Mainline excelled in real-world scenarios like hill climbs or loaded family trips. The suspension, with coil springs front and leaf springs rear, provided a smooth ride over America's expanding roadways. Brakes were mechanical drums, effective for the time, though power assists arrived in 1953. Fuel economy hovered around 18 to 22 miles per gallon for the inline six, a selling point in an age of 20-cent gasoline. Owners' anecdotes from automotive journals praise its hauling capability. The ranch wagon could tote luggage or tools without strain. Against competitors, it held its own. Chevrolet's Styleline was similar in speed but pricier, while Plymouth's Concorde felt sluggish with its older design. This steady performance persuaded buyers that true value was in endurance, not excitement. It mirrored the post-war mindset: build a life on solid foundations. Historians credit this dependability for the mainline's role in democratizing mobility, enabling cross-country moves and daily commutes alike. Topic 7. Pricing and accessibility. Within reach of the middle class. One of the mainline's most compelling attributes was its affordability, making car ownership accessible to the rising middle class a key factor in its persuasive appeal. Starting prices ranged from $1,390 for the business coupe with the 6-cylinder to $1,900 for V8-equipped wagons, as per original Ford pricing sheets. This positioned it as Ford's most budget-friendly option, well below the Custom Line and Crest Line. In context, with average incomes at $3,500, the mainline represented about half a year's salary, manageable through financing. A growing trend. Options like radios or heaters added modestly, keeping totals low. This pricing strategy undercut rivals. Chevrolet's Styleline started higher, around $1,600, laden with extras, while Plymouth's Concorde hovered similarly, but with less modern appeal. Ford's approach democratized driving, aligning with economic policies promoting consumer spending. Sales boomed, with 163,911 mainlines produced in 1952, contributing to Ford's strong market share. As a historian, I view this as emblematic of egalitarian progress, where even farmers and factory workers could partake in the automotive revolution, fostering national unity through shared experiences on the road. Topic 8. Market impact and sales success. The mainline's launch rippled through the market, solidifying Ford's position in a cutthroat industry. Newspapers of the time hailed it as a good enough vehicle, focusing on its dependability over dazzle, a narrative that resonated with buyers. Sales figures underscore its triumph. 79,931 two-door sedans alone, making it a top seller from 1,952 to 1,954. In a landscape where Chevrolet led with 818,000 units and Plymouth trailed at about 396,000, Ford's 671,733 total owed much to the mainline's volume. It wasn't a trendsetter but a volume driver, forging bonds with the middle class. Buyers felt pride in the Ford badge, not settling but smartly investing. This success stemmed from Ford's tiered strategy, drawing first-timers who later upgraded, ensuring loyalty. Historians analyze this as a buffer against economic dips, like the 1953 recession hints. The mainline's impact? It kept Ford relevant in family discussions, proving affordability could coexist with quality. Topic 9. Rivals and Ford's competitive edge. To grasp the mainline's prowess, compare it to contemporaries. Chevrolet's Styleline dazzled with chrome and upscale vibes, but at a steeper price, starting over $1,600, stretching budgets. Its 216 cubic inch 6 offered 92 horsepower on a 115-inch wheelbase, similar dimensions but flashier styling that appealed to status seekers. Plymouth's Concorde, conversely, clung to 1,942 aesthetics on a 111-inch wheelbase with a 218 cubic inch 6 at 97 horsepower. It was durable but lost younger buyers to its dated look, selling fewer units. The mainline struck a balance, not extravagant, not obsolete, but practical with the trusted Ford name. Its edge, versatility, and value, plus the V8 option, absent in base rivals. This smart positioning, per market analyses, helped Ford maintain second place, persuading consumers through reliability and brand heritage. Topic 10. The iconic station wagon variant. No discussion of the Mainline is complete without spotlighting the ranch wagon, a variant that amplified its family-friendly allure. With an extended body, wide tailgate, and ample cargo space, it became the choice for adventures, from road trips to hauling goods. Measuring longer than sedans, it featured fold-flat seats for versatility, ideal for suburbanites or small business owners. Priced from $1,830, it undercut luxury wagons like the Crestline Country Squire, which added wood trim. Its plain exterior boxy lines, minimal chrome, made it affordable yet capable, embodying Ford's "car for everyone" mantra. In historical context, wagons like this facilitated the Great American Vacation boom, tying into national parks and highway expansions. Collectors today prize them for rarity, with restored examples fetching $25,000 plus, symbolizing nostalgic family bonds. Topic 11. Legacy and collectability in modern times. Today, the 1952 Ford Mainline endures as a collectible, valued for its authenticity over opulence. Market data shows drivable sedans at $10,000, $15,000, wagons higher at $25,000 plus, per Hagerty valuations. It's not a luxury icon like Cadillacs, but a relic of ordinary life, cherished by enthusiasts for evoking driveway memories. Restorations highlight its simple mechanics, easy to maintain with parts abundant. At shows, it stirs nostalgia, connecting generations. As a historian, its legacy lies in democratizing mobility, influencing modern, affordable cars. It reminds us of an era when vehicles built communities. As we wrap up this exploration of the 1952 Ford Mainline, I hope you've gained a deeper appreciation for how this unassuming car powered America's post-war journey. It wasn't just metal and wheels. It was a catalyst for family stories, economic mobility, and enduring pride. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Did your family own a Mainline or a similar classic? Share your experiences in the comments below. Personal tales like yours breathe life into history and strengthen our community of automotive enthusiasts. If this video sparked your interest, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into car history, and hit that bell for notifications. Your support keeps these stories rolling. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, keep the spirit of the open road alive.